You look like you've got it all together, but does anyone know what it really costs you? Let's peel back the mask of success and reveal the truth behind the applause that you get. Because what the world sees isn't always the full story. Now, there's a hidden reality of highly functioning traumatists. There's success on the outside, it looks like, but there's chaos on the inside. Have you ever stood in a room smiling so ever wildly, and there's a storm that is raging in your chest at the same time? That's the hallmark of a highly functioning traumatist. On the surface, you're doing the most. You're getting all the promotions. You're getting the accolades, the perfect posts, the spotless performance reviews. But behind closed doors, you're drowning in exhaustion, anxiety, and that unshakable feeling of what if they find out that I'm barely holding it together. I once coached a woman. People thought around her that her life was beautiful, her family, her career. She had the perfect family, perfect, everything perfect. But on the inside, she carried childhood wounds so deep that no amount of success could fill the void. In fact, she said to me, "Adiola, I don't know how to stop running. If I do, I'm scared everything will crumble." I felt so sad for her because I remembered myself as well. On the outside, it seemed like I got it together because I will go out, I'm yellow, my brothers and sisters. So there's not much I need to do to look rich and look okay. By the time I come out with this smile, I was the life of the party, And you remember what now started to say about being the life of the party and how people should check them out and make sure that they're okay? I work in television. Television is fun. You're on set. Different things are happening. I've done so many reality TV shows, so it's even more action, Big Brother and the rest of them. And then I worked in a place where we were doing series, 260 episodes, yearly series. So it seemed like I was functioning. Even there, it seemed like I was getting all the, I was getting most of the bigger projects. I was the one that my boss, would lean to a little bit and ask questions and all of that. And so it seemed like things were going on very well for me on the outside. But on the inside, I'll come back home. In fact, I used to be afraid of coming back home because the relationship that I needed to create with myself and my family members, I didn't know how to create it. So people outside, when they see us in church, of course, they'll think all is well because we know how to mask ourselves when we go outside. We know how to mask when we're in church. But when you're at home, the real person you are and the real family you truly have shows up. Because everybody goes their separate ways. Everybody's doing their own thing. Nobody fraternizes. But when we go out, everybody is smiling as though. It was so tough for me. When that job was taken away from me, I realized that I had nothing going for me. Nothing. I sunk deeper into deeper depression, if there was anything like that. I wasn't clinically diagnosed, but I was Dr. Google diagnosed. And life was so unbearable for me. And so when this lady said what she said, I understood exactly what she meant. Being a highly functioning traumatist, and I coined that word once again, it tricks you into thinking you are busy. And it tricks you into thinking busy is better. You don't stop to feel. You are consistently moving, consistently going, consistently working. If they say rest, you tell them that I will rest when I die. But it's actually a distraction from what hurts. Dr. Gabor Mate actually, he says, trauma isn't what happens to you. It's what happened inside you as a result of what happened. Because honestly and truthfully, you're only just a highly functioning traumatist. The trauma still exists. The second thing I want to talk about is why ignoring the signs of burnout isn't strength. You're only in survival. And that's your nervous system working on overdrive consistently. Let me ask you this question. When was the last time you paused long enough to feel your own heartbeat? And let's do it together now. Just close your eyes and take a deep breath in and out. Let's do that deep breath again. But when you're breathing out this time, make the sound ha. So take a deep breath in and breathe out. Very good. And just stay there. Stay there. Feel into yourself until you can feel your own heartbeat. Let your attention go to where your heart is. Because where attention goes, energy flows. So put it there and feel your heartbeat. Just stay. Feel your heartbeat. Concentrate. Put your mind on your heartbeat and feel it. Now, you can open your eyes. How did that feel? We've been conditioned to believe that movement means progress. We have been conditioned to call it strength when we just keep going no matter what. You even tell people, I'm a strong woman. I'm a strong man. And I tell people that if you had to choose between strong and soft, which one would you choose? Even if, yes, you want to know how to be strong also. But generally, we all want peace. Every human being wants peace. And everything we are doing, we are hoping that eventually we will get peace from it. But we don't even know what peace looks like. Because we're constantly on the go. We're constantly pushing, constantly in survival mode. I had a young mother working 3 jobs just to make ends meet. Her friend called her resilient. In fact, they used to call her the strong woman, mighty woman of valor. What they didn't see was the panic attacks at night that she was having. She was constantly tired, yet she couldn't sleep. Why? Because her body was screaming and whispering, stop, but her mind was always on the move. I had a conversation, I think even with my husband a couple of weeks ago, and he said, oh, he didn't sleep well. Why, baby? Oh, because there's so much on my mind. And I said to him, do you believe in God or do you believe in the idea of God? Because if the Bible says, cast your cares upon him, take his own yoke is easy, what are you worrying about? So you are asked God to help you, but you are then helping God find a solution for you. So what's the point? So when you want to sleep, tell God, God, I put all my cares upon you, and I trust that you care for me, and I take on your yoke because your yoke is easy. And then fall asleep. I said, and in the morning, if you decide you want to take it back from God, take it back from God. But at least give it to him and allow him handle it. Now, burnout is your body's way of saying stop. It's your body's way of saying enough. Ignoring it is like driving a car on fumes. No fuel, you are just moving the car. Eventually, that car will break down. And maybe the engine will knock if there's no oil or water in the car. Just like your body will knock too. So are you going to listen to your body? The third thing I want to talk about is how unresolved trauma creates a glass ceiling in every area of your life. Imagine where you are right now. Wherever you are right now, there's a ceiling that you have already put there. There's a cap. Because trauma has made you think you can't go beyond this. You can't do more than this. Or you have to keep walking and walking and walking and striving and striving and striving. And after you achieve that thing that you want to achieve, you are back to square one, because really, what did you even do? You might even have people in your family members that will say to you, okay, so you wrote a book and then what happens to you? You shut down, right? Have you ever felt like you've hit a wall that you just can't push past? Have you found yourself in that situation? I found myself in that situation with different things in my life. But that's because I didn't know how to deal with certain things. Or I put that wall there because there are certain things that have happened to me in my life that the walls of Jericho have not seen on the walls that I've created on my heart. And we call them heart walls in what we do, right? You've got to let things through. You've got to let people through. You can't keep walking and working and working. It's impossible. I remember a man, a brilliant entrepreneur, who shared with me that no matter how much money he made, he could just never relax. The joy was fleeting, he said. He kept sabotaging deals and relationships because he carried a deep belief: I don't deserve this. I am not worthy of what I have. And that's the world we create from deep trauma. So we're consistently moving, consistently burnt out, consistently resentful, but we keep going. We keep going, believing that the more I achieve. I had a friend who died, and they said she had done 2 masters, PhD. She was working full-time in the bank. She was a mother. She was a wife. I mean, come on. How many things can one person just do? How many things? And still function in other areas of their lives optimally. It's impossible. Healing your trauma isn't just about looking back. It's about opening doors to what's ahead. So you connect the dots going back for you to go forward. That's all it is. You've got to heal your trauma. So now let's bring it all together. What would life look like if you stopped running from your pain and started running towards your healing? Because it's 2 different emotions. Running from pain and running towards healing, 2 different things. Running from pain, the only picture you see is where you're running from. But running towards healing, the only picture you see is what you're running to. Different energies, right? You don't have to sacrifice yourself on the altar of success. You don't have to. Superman removed his cape from time to time. He was never always Superman. You can have peace, you can have purpose, you can have prosperity all at the same time. You can, but you've got to know how to achieve it and how to create that nice harmony and rhythm for that to happen. Because here's the thing, the cost of hiding is higher than the price of healing. Stop hiding, my sisters and brothers. Some people say, I don't want to touch it because if I touch it, it will open a can of worms. Open the can of worms and deal. Let the worms come out. Let the can be empty. Then fill up the can with good things. The things that you then want to be in the can rather than the worms. Fill it up with beautiful flowers that you have created based on the healing that you have had. Now, what am I saying here, guys? I want us to really look at all the areas of our lives and see where we're lacking. And if the only place we're functioning is in our careers and our finances, then there's a lot that we're missing out in life. And the trauma that you're running away from, change is painful. No change, painful. Which pain do you want? I would rather the pain that comes from change and from healing and from dealing and from naming than the pain that comes from regret and anhedonia and depression and no lust or the lack of lust or love for life and the lack of joy. Choose your pain today, and may the pain be the pain that takes you into a place that helps you to live a more fulfilling, wholesome, and thriving life. And if you need support, send me a DM right now so that we can get on helping you. 2025 has to be our best year yet. And so I've created courses, I've created videos that will help us work through January and February. I've done a whole line of videos, and I hope that these videos are going to really help you improve and transform your life so that 2025 will be your best year yet. Don't forget, subscribe, click the notification bell below, like this video, and finally share me with other people so that as you grow the community of people around you, and we have a wholesome society. God bless. Love and light.